Good day everyone. Today we're going to check out this new Spyderco I got. It is the new Para 3. Okay. Most people prefer the Para 2. Why? Because of its ginormous size. Suddenly we have a new, it's not paramilitary technically, but a Para 3 that's sized down a little bit and also given an upgrade to the steel. Okay. Just for a size comparison here, I have a Dragonfly 2, which is one of my favorite models in their line. We're just going to put these two side by side just to get you a comparative into the sizes. Okay. All right. So it's not the largest of knives. Okay. If we measure the blade length, okay. Now I usually do imperial, but we're just gonna do American style here. So the blade length is about just right here. We'll measure it all the way to here, okay. It's about 3 inches, okay, approximately. I usually do by centimeters, so this is throwing me off. So approximately 3 inches, okay. The handle is going to be about 4.5 inches, okay, and the closed length, which I should have done first, okay, closed length is not big. Now I don't have the Para 2 with me to compare. All right, you see that closed length is quite compact, so it's 4 inches and a third, so not even 4.5. So this is really, for me, it's good. For anybody who's is using this as an EDC knife or in the office, it's not going to freak out as many people. Okay, so this has the G10 scales, not the FRN. Okay, it also has they have this in camo as well. All right, you can reorientate the clip. Now I heard the clip not such a winner, but we'll talk about that later. You can remove the clip and replace it 4 different directions, depending if you like tip up or tip down. Okay, so this is the first time I'm seeing the Para 3. I used to have the Para 2, had to let it go, but this looks pretty awesome. Okay, if you get the version with the DLC blade, all the hardware is all going to be blacked out. But for me personally, I don't like coated blades, so let's flip it open again. Pretty smooth action compared to the little itty bitty relative. Okay, now these are made, from my understanding, these are manufactured in the United States. All right, so here's the new steel everyone's making a big deal about, which probably isn't that big of a deal. All right, and that's the CPM 45. Okay, there's a 35. I think before this was primarily offered in this 30. All right, for me, I'm happy with VG10. However, based on tests, okay, this metal is going to hold its edge much better. I've done some research. A lot of people would say, oh yeah, it's better. It's not much better than 35 or the previous metals that were used in the Para 2 or Para 3. So this might be just a residual gain. Okay, it's not like a game breaker. But what's going to be a game breaker for some people who love the Para 2 is going to be the dimensions on the Para 3, because it's much smaller. On the other hand, that might be good news for a lot of people because it's more comfortable. Definitely, I can already feel like this is much more appropriate for someone with smaller hands. With the Para 2, someone with smaller hands grabbing it, it's going to freak people out just because of its size, and I had it in digital camo. But this, I would say this is pretty ergonomic. Okay, the blade itself comes in a couple of finishes. Okay, so please excuse me. This is not, if you see the grip on the blade on this, it's not mirror-like this, you see? All right, see that? See here, you can see the grain of the metal. All right, here you go. Now if you look at this, this is called stone washed. Okay, I believe there's a difference between that and satin blades. Stone washed, as you can see, the texture is different to that dragonfly just now. So it's gonna give it a less shiny look, okay, and it might hide some little itty bitty scratches and such. But some people really like this finish. Okay, others who don't will go for the DLC diamond light coating. And the only good thing about that is I have to admit it looks pretty cool that it's black and all the hardware is black as well. For me, I don't like the coated blade, so this is fine for me. Now I just have to mention another few gripes from other people, not for me, but people who like to modify, take apart their stuff a lot. There's a lot of complaining and moaning about this particular rivet right here. Okay, now on the Para 2, this would be just a screw like this. Okay, now I'm not an engineer, so this is kind of a little bit of an issue with some people. For me, it's not. Okay, but for hardcore people who like to disassemble, reassemble, do modifications on the grips, maybe. Okay, but for me, I think it's good. I just got it, so I don't have any long-term reviews on it. However, another thing I like on these things is having a lock like this. Okay, instead of a simple lock like this in the back. Okay, this is more the spine lock here. It's much. It's a peace of mind thing, you know. It's a peace of mind thing. Okay, looks really sweet. Okay, this is a nice blade. I think I agree with what Spyderco have done. Doing this is gonna really appeal to more of a mass market. Okay, even then, that's not saying it's a bad knife. You just can't compare it to the Paramilitary 2 because it's a different design. It's a different model. Okay, so don't be so hard on them. All right, so don't knock it. All right, there's a reason why. All right, I think it's pretty good, and I'm someone who likes to have something like this. So think about that. All right. So these are two good models. This is the Ladybug 2, which I think is awesome size. So don't think, oh, it's a small little itty bitty knife. There's a lot of people out there who think bigger is better. Nah, it's about materials and such. It's about who's using it as well. So anyways, this is the Spyderco. Okay, Spyderco Paramilitary. Excuse me. This is the Spyderco Para 3. Okay, offered in a new steel. The G10 blade, sorry, G10 scales on the grip. All right, and stone washed finish. This is beautiful. All right, I think it's beautiful. You can check the dimensions out on the net. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope that this video helped you in some way. Thank you so much, and have a great New Year.